The Art of Tea, Exploring the Culture and Rituals Around the World. Introduction. The timeless allure of tea. Tea, in its simplicity, is a marvel, just water infused with leaves. Yet, this humble drink has carved an indelible mark on the tapestry of human history, becoming a cultural cornerstone that transcends borders, languages, and generations. Across the world, from the misty mountains of China to the bustling streets of London, tea is more than just a beverage. It is a ritual, a tradition, and, for many, a way of life. The origins of tea are shrouded in legend, with tales of ancient emperors and serendipitous discoveries. Yet, what is indisputable is the profound impact that tea has had on societies across the globe. It has sparked wars, fueled economies, and inspired art and literature. Tea has been a symbol of peace and tranquility, a medium of social interaction, and even a catalyst for revolution. Through the ages, it has adapted to the customs and climates of every culture it has touched, each one making it their own, yet always respecting the essence of its origins. In this book, The Art of Tea, Exploring the Culture and Rituals Around the World, we embark on a journey to uncover the multifaceted world of tea. We will delve into the rich history and deep cultural significance that tea holds in various societies. From the intricate tea ceremonies of Japan, where each movement is a meditation, to the vibrant tea markets of India, where chai is served with a smile and a story, we will explore how tea has woven itself into the daily lives and spiritual practices of people across continents. But this is not just a book about history, it is a celebration of tea as a living tradition that continues to evolve. We will look at how modern trends are reshaping tea culture, from the growing popularity of artisanal teas to the global spread of tea-centric cafes. We will also consider the future of tea in an increasingly globalized world, where sustainability and ethical sourcing are becoming as important as flavor and aroma. As we sip our way through this exploration, we will also touch upon the science of tea, understanding why this ancient drink is often touted as a key to health and longevity. We will separate fact from fiction, providing you with a well-rounded understanding of the benefits and pleasures of tea. This book is for anyone who has ever found comfort in a cup of tea, for those who see beauty in the ritual of brewing, and for those who are curious about the stories steeped in every leaf. Whether you are a seasoned tea connoisseur or a casual drinker, this journey will deepen your appreciation of tea and reveal the artistry behind every cup. So, let us begin our journey into the world of tea, a world where every sip tells a story, every cup is a moment of reflection, and every pot brewed is a connection to centuries of tradition. Together, we will explore the timeless allure of tea, a drink that has, and continues to, unite the world. Chapter 1: The Origins of Tea, From Myth to Reality. The story of tea begins in the misty highlands of ancient China, where legend and history intertwine to give birth to one of the world's most cherished beverages. It is said that in 2737 BCE, the Chinese Emperor Shennong, a revered herbalist and scholar, made an accidental yet fortuitous discovery. As he rested beneath a wild tea tree, a few leaves drifted into his pot of boiling water. Curious by nature, Shennong sipped the infused liquid and found it to be refreshing and invigorating. This moment of serendipity, steeped in both myth and reality, marks the genesis of tea in the annals of human history. From these legendary beginnings, tea embarked on a remarkable journey, evolving from a wild plant in the forests of China to a cultivated crop with deep social, cultural, and spiritual significance. The early Chinese recognized not only the pleasing taste of tea but also its medicinal properties. It was believed to possess the ability to clear the mind, improve digestion, and promote longevity. tea became an integral part of daily life, a drink revered for its ability to soothe the spirit and invigorate the body. As the cultivation of tea spread throughout China, so too did the practices and rituals associated with its consumption. By the time of the Tang dynasty 618 to 907 CE, tea had firmly established itself as a national treasure. The Chinese perfected the art of tea preparation, evolving from simple infusions of fresh leaves to more elaborate practices involving the grinding of tea leaves into powder, which were then whisked into hot water. This method laid the groundwork for what would later become the highly ritualized Japanese tea ceremony. Tea's popularity continued to grow, and it became a symbol of sophistication and culture, enjoyed by emperors, scholars, and monks alike. It was during the Tang dynasty that the first comprehensive book on tea was written, the Classic of Tea, Jiajing, by Lu Yu. This seminal work detailed the cultivation, preparation, and enjoyment of tea, elevating it to an art form and solidifying its place in Chinese culture. The spread of tea beyond China began with the expansion of trade routes, particularly the Silk Road, which linked the east to the west. As merchants and travelers carried tea across borders, it began to captivate the hearts and minds of people in neighboring regions. By the 9th century, tea had reached Japan, where it was embraced not only as a beverage but as a spiritual practice. Japanese monks studying in China brought back the knowledge of tea, and over time, Japan developed its own unique tea culture, culminating in the highly ritualized Chanoyu or tea ceremony. In Korea, too, tea found a home, where it was intertwined with Buddhist practices and Confucian ideals. Korean tea culture developed its own distinct identity, emphasizing harmony, respect, and contemplation. As tea continued its westward journey, it reached the Islamic world through the ancient trade routes of Central Asia. Here, tea was integrated into the fabric of social life, enjoyed in bustling bazaars and quiet homes alike. It was in this region that tea took on new forms, such as the strong, spiced chai of India and the delicate green teas of Persia. But tea's journey was far from over. By the 16th century, it had arrived in Europe, where it was initially a curiosity, available only to the wealthy elite. European traders, particularly the Dutch and the Portuguese, began to import tea in increasing quantities, and soon it became a staple of European high society. The British, in particular, developed a deep affection for tea, and it was during the 17th century that tea drinking became a quintessential part of British life. In Britain, tea was no longer just a drink, it became a symbol of social status, a reason for gatherings, and a ritual that defined the rhythm of daily life. The introduction of afternoon tea by Anna, the Duchess of Bedford, in the early 19th century, further cemented tea's place in British culture. This simple yet elegant practice of enjoying tea with light refreshments in the late afternoon quickly became a beloved tradition, one that continues to this day. As tea spread to the farthest corners of the globe, it adapted to the tastes, customs, and climates of each new region it encountered. Whether it is enjoyed in a delicate porcelain cup in a London parlour, in a small, rustic teapot in a Chinese village, or in a glass tumbler on the streets of Istanbul, tea has transcended its origins to become a universal symbol of hospitality, relaxation, and culture. In this chapter, we have journeyed from the legendary origins of tea in ancient China to its spread across continents and cultures. Tea's evolution from a wild plant to a cultivated crop, from a medicinal herb to a cultural icon, is a testament to its enduring appeal. As we move forward in our exploration, we will delve deeper into the specific practices, rituals, and ceremonies that have grown up around tea in different parts of the world. each one a reflection of the unique cultures that have embraced this remarkable drink. Tea's story is far from over. It continues to evolve, adapting to the modern world while retaining the essence of its ancient roots. As we explore the next chapters, we will see how tea, in all its forms, remains a constant presence in our lives, a simple yet profound connection to the past, and a source of comfort and joy in the present. Chapter 2: The Ceremonial Aspects of Tea, a Global Perspective. Tea is more than just a beverage. It is a ritual, a ceremony, a moment of mindfulness that transcends the mundane and touches the spiritual. Across the world, diverse cultures have embraced tea, not merely as a drink but as a significant cultural practice imbued with deep meaning and symbolism. The way tea is prepared, served, and consumed varies greatly from one region to another, each with its own unique traditions and rituals that reflect the values, beliefs, and history of the people. One of the most profound expressions of tea culture is found in Japan, where the Chanoyu, or Japanese tea ceremony, elevates the act of making and drinking tea to an art form. Rooted in Zen Buddhism, the tea ceremony is a practice of mindfulness and contemplation, where every movement is performed with grace and intention. The preparation of matcha, a finely powdered green tea, involves a series of precise steps, from the heating of water to the whisking of the tea, each action performed in harmony with the others. The setting is equally important, a simple, serene room designed to foster a sense of peace and focus. The tea ceremony is not merely about drinking tea, it is a meditative experience that embodies the Japanese concepts of wabi-sabi, the beauty of imperfection, and ichigo-ichi, the idea that each encounter is unique and should be cherished. Moving westward, we find the elaborate tea traditions of China, where the gongfu tea ceremony, particularly popular in the southern regions, offers another glimpse into the cultural significance of tea. The term gongfu means skill or effort, reflecting the precision and care required to brew the perfect cup of tea. Unlike the Japanese ceremony, which emphasizes tranquility and minimalism, the gongfu tea ceremony is a more dynamic and social affair. Small clay teapots, often made from Yixing clay, are used to brew high-quality teas like oolong or pu'erh. The process involves multiple short infusions, allowing the tea to reveal its complex flavors gradually. The pouring of the tea is an art in itself, requiring dexterity and timing, with the goal of achieving a balanced, harmonious brew. The ceremony is often shared with friends or family, where conversation flows as freely as the tea, fostering a sense of connection and community. In contrast, India's tea culture is vibrant, bustling, and deeply embedded in everyday life. Chai, a spiced tea made with black tea leaves, milk, sugar, and an aromatic blend of spices like cardamom, cinnamon, ginger, and cloves, is the drink of the masses. Chai stalls, or chai willas, can be found on nearly every street corner, serving up steaming cups of this comforting brew to passers-by. The preparation of chai is less formal than the tea ceremonies of East Asia, yet it is no less significant. Chai brings people together, whether in the early morning as they prepare for the day ahead or in the afternoon as a break from the heat and bustle of the day. In Indian households, offering a cup of chai is a gesture of hospitality, a way to welcome guests and make them feel at home. The spices in chai are not just for flavor, they have roots in Ayurveda, the traditional Indian system of medicine, where they are believed to balance the body's energies and promote health. In the Middle East and North Africa, tea is a symbol of hospitality and social interaction. Moroccan mint tea, a fragrant blend of green tea, fresh mint leaves, and sugar, is a staple of Moroccan culture. The preparation and serving of mint tea is a ritual that embodies the values of generosity and community. The tea is traditionally brewed by the head of the household or a respected elder, who pours it from a height to create a frothy crown in the glass. It is served 3 times, with each glass representing a different aspect of life, love, life, and death. The tea is shared among family and guests, often accompanied by pastries or sweets, and the ritual of serving and drinking tea can last for hours, with conversation and laughter flowing as freely as the tea. In Britain, tea is a deeply ingrained part of daily life, with its own set of rituals and ceremonies. The most famous of these is, of course, afternoon tea, a tradition that began in the 19th century and continues to be a symbol of British culture. Afternoon tea is a leisurely affair, often enjoyed in elegant surroundings, where delicate sandwiches, scones with clotted cream and jam, and a selection of pastries are served alongside a pot of tea. The ritual of afternoon tea is about more than just the food and drink. It is about taking time to relax, enjoy good company, and indulge in a moment of refinement and civility. The British approach to tea is one of comfort and reassurance, a daily ritual that provides a sense of continuity and stability in an ever-changing world. In Russia, tea is also a central part of social life, with the samovar, a large, ornate vessel used to boil water and brew tea, serving as the focal point of tea gatherings. Russian tea culture is characterized by its warmth and hospitality, with tea often served in large, steady glasses accompanied by sugar cubes, lemon slices, and a variety of jams and preserves. Tea in Russia is not just a drink, it is a social event, a time for family and friends to come together, share stories, and enjoy each other's company. The samovar itself is a symbol of home and hearth, a reminder of the importance of hospitality and togetherness in Russian culture. Across the world, the ceremonial aspects of tea reflect the values and traditions of the cultures that embrace it. Whether it is a quiet moment of meditation in a Japanese tea room, the lively chatter of friends over a pot of chai in India, or the gracious hospitality of a Moroccan mint tea ceremony, tea rituals provide a window into the soul of a culture. They remind us that tea is more than just a drink. It is a way of life, a means of connecting with others, and a reflection of our shared humanity. As we continue our journey through the world of tea, we will explore how these rituals have evolved over time, adapting to the modern world while still preserving their essence. We will see how tea, in all its forms, continues to be a source of comfort, connection, and cultural identity, a simple yet profound tradition that has stood the test of time. Chapter 3: Tea in Art and Literature, a Cultural Reflection. Tea has not only steeped itself into the cups of millions but also into the hearts, minds, and imaginations of countless artists, writers, and thinkers throughout history. Its influence extends far beyond the teapot, permeating the worlds of art, literature, and culture in ways that reflect the profound connection between tea and the human experience. This chapter delves into the rich tapestry of tea's cultural reflection, exploring how this seemingly simple beverage has inspired masterpieces, shaped literary traditions, and become a powerful symbol in various forms of artistic expression. In the realm of visual arts, tea has long been a subject of fascination. In China, where tea originated, artists have been capturing the essence of tea culture for centuries. Traditional Chinese ink paintings often depict serene landscapes with tea houses nestled among mountains, symbolizing tranquility, contemplation, and the harmony between nature and human life. The act of drinking tea is frequently portrayed in these works as a meditative practice, an opportunity to connect with the natural world and achieve a state of inner peace. The iconic image of a scholar quietly sipping tea while gazing at a distant mountain embodies the ideal of Qingjing, a state of calm and purity that is highly valued in Chinese culture. Japanese art, too, has been profoundly influenced by tea, particularly through the Chanyu or tea ceremony. The aesthetics of the tea ceremony, which emphasize simplicity, natural beauty, and the acceptance of imperfection, have inspired the wabi-sabi philosophy that permeates much of Japanese art. The rustic elegance of tea utensils, such as raku bowls and bamboo tea scoops, reflects the wabi-sabi appreciation for the imperfect and the transient. These objects are often cherished for their unique textures, irregular shapes, and subtle colors, each one telling a story of the hands that crafted them and the tea they have served. In Japanese ceramics, the art of kintsugi, repairing broken pottery with gold lacquer, echoes the tea ceremony's emphasis on finding beauty in imperfection, a philosophy that has been immortalized in countless works of art. Tea's influence is not confined to the visual arts, it has also played a significant role in literature. In China, tea culture has been celebrated in poetry for centuries. The Tang dynasty 618 to 907 CE, often regarded as the golden age of Chinese poetry, saw numerous poets extolling the virtues of tea. Lu Tong, a poet from this period, famously wrote The Seven Bowls of Tea, a poem that captures the profound experience of drinking tea, from its ability to banish fatigue to its power to inspire lofty thoughts and transcend worldly concerns. Tea, in Chinese poetry, is often a metaphor for simplicity, clarity, and the pursuit of enlightenment, reflecting its deep spiritual significance in Chinese culture. In Japan, tea has inspired a literary tradition that blends prose, poetry, and philosophy. The Kisuya-joki, Book of Tea, written by the Zen priest Issei in the 12th century, is one of the earliest Japanese texts to extol the health benefits of tea, advocating it as a means to attain both physical and spiritual well-being. Later, in the early 20th century, the Japanese scholar Akakura Kakos wrote the Book of Tea, a work that has become a seminal text in the appreciation of Japanese tea culture. Akakura's book, written in English, introduces Western readers to the philosophy of tea, exploring its role as a spiritual and cultural practice. He eloquently argues that the tea ceremony is not just a form of hospitality but a way of life, an expression of aesthetic beauty and philosophical depth that reflects the Zen ideals of simplicity, humility, and harmony with nature. Tea's influence on literature extends far beyond Asia. In the West, tea has found its way into the pages of some of the most beloved literary works. In Britain, the ritual of afternoon tea became a literary trope in the Victorian and Edwardian eras, symbolizing the refinement, social status, and civility of the time. Novels by authors like Jane Austen and Charles Dickens often feature scenes of tea drinking as a setting for social interaction, where characters engage in polite conversation, courtship, and even subtle acts of rebellion. The tea table, with its delicate porcelain cups and silver teapots, became a microcosm of British society, a place where social norms were both upheld and subtly challenged. Tea also appears in Western literature as a symbol of comfort and solace. In times of crisis or emotional turmoil, a cup of tea often serves as a balm for the soul, offering warmth and a moment of respite. This theme is evident in J.R.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit, where the character of Bilbo Baggins frequently retreats to the comfort of his tea table amid the chaos of adventure. The simple act of making and drinking tea is portrayed as a way to restore a sense of normalcy and calm in an unpredictable world. The cultural significance of tea extends into the realm of philosophy as well. In the West, the rise of tea culture in the 18th century coincided with the Age of Enlightenment, a period characterized by intellectual exploration and the pursuit of knowledge. Tea, with its stimulating properties, became the drink of choice for philosophers, writers, and thinkers who gathered in coffee houses and salons to discuss ideas and debate the issues of the day. In this context, tea became a symbol of intellectual engagement and the quest for truth, a role that it continues to play in modern times. In modern art and literature, tea continues to be a source of inspiration. Contemporary artists and writers often explore the themes of ritual, community, and identity through the lens of tea culture. In a world that is increasingly fast-paced and digitally connected, the act of preparing and drinking tea offers a moment of pause, a return to the tangible and the sensory. This resonates in the works of modern poets who write about the quiet solace found in a cup of tea, and in the visual arts, where tea ceremonies are often depicted as acts of mindfulness and presence. Tea's influence on art and literature is a testament to its deep cultural resonance. It is a symbol of simplicity and refinement, a medium for social connection and intellectual discourse, and a source of comfort and contemplation. Through the centuries, tea has inspired creativity, shaped cultural practices, and reflected the values and aspirations of the people who drink it. As we continue our exploration of tea culture, we will see how this rich tradition continues to evolve, inspiring new forms of artistic and literary expression. Tea, in all its forms, remains a powerful cultural symbol, a thread that weaves together the past and the present, the individual and the collective, the ordinary and the extraordinary. Whether captured in a painting, immortalized in a poem, or shared in a simple cup between friends, tea continues to be a source of inspiration and reflection, a reminder of the beauty and depth that can be found in the everyday. Chapter 4: The Science of Tea, Understanding Its Benefits. Tea, revered for its cultural significance and comforting warmth, also holds a special place in the world of health and wellness. For centuries, people have turned to tea not only for its rich flavors and soothing qualities but also for its reputed health benefits. The belief that tea can heal the body and rejuvenate the spirit is as old as tea itself, rooted in ancient traditions and supported by modern science. In this chapter, we will explore the scientific properties of tea, delving into the compounds that make it a unique and beneficial drink, and separating fact from fiction when it comes to its health claims. At the heart of tea's health benefits are its bioactive compounds, most notably polyphenols, which include catechins, flavonoids, and tannins. These compounds, particularly abundant in green tea, have been the subject of extensive research for their antioxidant properties. Antioxidants are molecules that help protect cells from damage caused by free radicals, unstable molecules that can contribute to aging and the development of various diseases, including cancer. The catechin ipigallocatechin gallate, EGCG, is one of the most powerful antioxidants found in tea and is believed to play a role in reducing the risk of chronic diseases by neutralizing free radicals and reducing inflammation in the body. Green tea, in particular, has been celebrated for its potential health benefits. Numerous studies suggest that regular consumption of green tea may help reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease, one of the leading causes of death worldwide. The polyphenols in green tea are thought to improve heart health by lowering LDL cholesterol, often referred to as bad cholesterol, and increasing HDL cholesterol, good cholesterol. Additionally, these compounds may improve blood vessel function and reduce blood pressure, further contributing to cardiovascular well-being. But the benefits of green tea extend beyond heart health. Research indicates that green tea may also aid in weight management. The catechins in green tea, particularly EGCG, are believed to boost metabolism and increase fat oxidation, helping the body burn calories more efficiently. This has led to the popularity of green tea as a natural supplement for weight loss, though it is important to note that its effects are modest and best complemented by a healthy diet and regular exercise. Tea's role in mental health is another area of growing interest. The amino acid L-theanine, found almost exclusively in tea leaves, is known for its calming effects on the mind. L-theanine promotes relaxation without causing drowsiness, making tea a unique beverage that can both energize and soothe. Studies suggest that L-theanine, especially when combined with the caffeine naturally present in tea, can enhance cognitive performance, improve focus, and reduce stress. This synergy between caffeine and L-theanine is believed to be why tea provides a gentle and sustained energy boost, unlike the jittery effects often associated with coffee. Moreover, tea consumption has been linked to a lower risk of neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. The antioxidants and other bioactive compounds in tea are thought to protect brain cells from oxidative stress and inflammation, both of which are key factors in the development of these conditions. While research is ongoing, the evidence suggests that incorporating tea into one's daily routine could contribute to long-term brain health. Beyond its effects on the heart and mind, tea also plays a role in supporting the immune system. The flavonoids in tea, particularly in green and black teas, have been shown to have antimicrobial properties that can help the body fend off infections. Additionally, some studies suggest that regular tea drinkers may have a stronger immune response to pathogens, potentially reducing the risk of certain illnesses. This is why tea, especially when combined with honey and lemon, is a popular remedy for colds and sore throats. While green tea often takes the spotlight in discussions about health benefits, it is important to recognize that other types of tea, black, oolong, white, and even herbal teas, also offer their own unique advantages. Black tea, for instance, is rich in theaflavins and theorubigens, which are antioxidants similar to the catechins found in green tea. These compounds have been shown to improve heart health, reduce blood sugar levels, and even enhance gut health by promoting the growth of beneficial bacteria. Oolong tea, which falls somewhere between green and black tea in terms of oxidation, combines the benefits of both, offering a balanced profile of catechins and theaflavins. White tea, the least processed of all teas, retains the highest concentration of polyphenols and is prized for its delicate flavor and potent antioxidant properties. It has been linked to improved skin health, with some studies suggesting that the antioxidants in white tea can help protect the skin from the damaging effects of UV radiation and reduce the risk of premature aging. Herbal teas, while not true teas in the botanical sense, also deserve mention for their health benefits. Unlike traditional teas, which come from the Camellia sinensis plant, herbal teas are made from a variety of herbs, flowers, and spices. Chamomile tea, for example, is well known for its calming effects and is often used as a natural remedy for insomnia and anxiety. Peppermint tea, with its refreshing menthol content, can aid digestion and relieve symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome. Rooibos tea, a caffeine-free herbal tea from South Africa, is rich in antioxidants and has been studied for its potential to lower blood pressure and improve heart health. While the health benefits of tea are numerous, it is important to approach these claims with a balanced perspective. Tea is not a cure-all, and its effects can vary based on individual health conditions, the type and quality of tea consumed, and how it is prepared. For instance, adding large amounts of sugar or cream to tea can diminish its health benefits, turning it into a calorie-laden drink. Similarly, excessive consumption of tea, especially highly caffeinated varieties, can lead to side effects such as insomnia, increased heart rate, and digestive issues. In recent years, the rise of matcha, a finely ground powder made from specially grown green tea leaves, has sparked renewed interest in tea's health properties. Matcha is celebrated for its high concentration of antioxidants, particularly EGCG, and its unique preparation method, which involves whisking the powder into hot water rather than steeping the leaves. This allows the drinker to consume the entire leaf, maximizing the intake of nutrients. Matcha's vibrant green color and distinct umami flavor have made it a favorite among health enthusiasts, who praise its ability to boost energy, improve focus, and support overall well-being. As we conclude this chapter, it is clear that tea is much more than a soothing beverage. It is a complex and multifaceted elixir with the potential to enhance both physical and mental health. From its antioxidant-rich compounds to its calming amino acids, tea offers a wealth of benefits that have been cherished for centuries and are now being validated by modern science. However, like any aspect of health and wellness, tea should be enjoyed as part of a balanced lifestyle, complemented by a nutritious diet, regular physical activity, and mindful living. As we continue our exploration of tea in the following chapters, we will see how these scientific insights intersect with cultural traditions, shaping the way tea is appreciated and consumed around the world. Whether for its taste, its rituals, or its health benefits, tea remains a timeless drink that nourishes both body and soul, offering a moment of peace and a connection to a rich and ancient heritage. Chapter 5: The Evolution of Tea Cultures in the West. Tea's journey from the misty mountains of China to the drawing rooms of Europe and the kitchens of America is a story of cultural transformation, adaptation, and innovation. While tea's origins are deeply rooted in the East, its arrival in the West marked the beginning of a new chapter in the history of this beloved beverage. The West embraced tea with enthusiasm, but as it did so, it also reimagined and redefined what tea could be. In this chapter, we will explore how tea evolved in the Western world, from its initial introduction to its establishment as a cultural institution, and how it has continued to adapt and thrive in modern times. Tea first made its way to Europe in the early 17th century, arriving at a time when the continent was hungry for exotic goods from the East. European traders, particularly the Dutch and the Portuguese, were the first to bring tea back to their homelands, introducing it as a rare and luxurious commodity. At this time, tea was an expensive and exotic curiosity, consumed by the wealthy elite who could afford its steep price. It was served in delicate porcelain cups, imported from China along with the tea, and was often sweetened with sugar, another luxury item that had recently become more widely available in Europe. As tea gained popularity, it began to capture the imagination of European society. In Britain, the Dutch influence played a significant role in the early adoption of tea. It was Catherine of Braganza, a Portuguese princess who married King Charles II in 1662, who is often credited with popularizing tea in England. Catherine brought with her the custom of drinking tea, and soon, it became fashionable among the English aristocracy. Tea was initially viewed as a medicinal drink, believed to have various health benefits, but it quickly evolved into a social ritual, an essential part of the daily life of the upper classes. The rise of tea in Britain was closely linked to the development of the British Empire and its colonial ambitions. The British East India Company, a powerful trading entity with a monopoly on trade between Britain and the East, played a pivotal role in the tea trade. By the 18th century, the company had established a direct trade route with China, importing vast quantities of tea to satisfy the growing demand in Britain. Tea had become more affordable and accessible to the middle classes, transforming it from an elite indulgence into a staple of British life. As tea became more deeply ingrained in British culture, new customs and rituals began to emerge. The most notable of these is the tradition of afternoon tea, introduced in the early 19th century by Anna, the Duchess of Bedford. At a time when dinner was served late in the evening, the Duchess found herself growing hungry in the afternoon. To satisfy her appetite, she began requesting a light meal of tea, sandwiches, and cakes to be served in her private rooms. This practice quickly caught on among the aristocracy, and soon, afternoon tea became a fashionable social event, complete with its own etiquette and rituals. Afternoon tea was not just about the food and drink, it was a symbol of refinement and civility. The tea table, set with fine china, silverware, and dainty pastries, became a place where social ties were strengthened, and the day's gossip was exchanged. The ritual of tea drinking was also a way for women to assert their influence in a male-dominated society, as it provided a space for them to host gatherings and engage in intellectual conversations. The tea table became a microcosm of British society, reflecting its values, aspirations, and social hierarchies. The significance of tea in British culture is perhaps most vividly illustrated by the events of the 18th century that led to the American Revolution. Tea was at the center of the conflict between Britain and its American colonies, culminating in the infamous Boston Tea Party of 1773. In response to the British government's imposition of taxes on tea, a group of American colonists, disguised as Native Americans, boarded ships in Boston Harbor and dumped an entire shipment of tea into the water as a protest. This act of defiance became a rallying point for the colony's fight for independence, and tea, once a symbol of British refinement, was transformed into a symbol of resistance and rebellion. In the years following the American Revolution, tea continued to be consumed in the United States, but its cultural significance evolved. Coffee began to rise in popularity, particularly after the Boston Tea Party, as drinking tea was seen by some as unpatriotic. However, tea never disappeared from American life, it simply adapted to new contexts. Iced tea, for example, became a popular beverage in the southern United States, where the warm climate made a cold, refreshing drink more appealing. By the late 19th century, iced tea had become a staple of American culture, and today, it remains a beloved beverage, particularly in the South. In Europe, tea culture continued to flourish, particularly in Britain, where it became deeply intertwined with national identity. The British Empire's expansion into India in the 19th century led to the establishment of vast tea plantations in regions like Assam and Darjeeling. This development not only secured Britain's control over the global tea trade but also introduced new varieties of tea to the British palate. The robust, full-bodied teas of India and Ceylon, modern-day Sri Lanka, became favourites in Britain, leading to the creation of blends like English breakfast and Earl Grey, which are still popular today. The 20th century brought further changes to tea culture in the West. The introduction of the tea bag, invented by an American tea merchant named Thomas Sullivan in the early 1900s, revolutionized the way tea was consumed. The tea bag made brewing tea faster and more convenient, appealing to the increasingly busy lifestyles of modern society. While some purists decried the tea bag as a degradation of the traditional tea experience, it nonetheless became a ubiquitous feature of Western tea culture, making tea accessible to a wider audience. In recent decades, the Western world has witnessed a resurgence of interest in traditional and artisanal tea practices, driven by a growing appreciation for the health benefits and cultural heritage of tea. The rise of specialty tea shops, tea sommeliers, and the popularity of matcha and other high-quality teas reflect a renewed interest in the art of tea preparation. Consumers are increasingly seeking out single-origin teas, organic and fair trade varieties, and learning about the nuanced flavors and aromas that different teas offer. This movement has also led to a greater awareness of the environmental and ethical implications of tea production, with many consumers advocating for more sustainable and equitable practices in the tea industry. Tea has also become a focal point of contemporary wellness culture, with an emphasis on the calming and meditative qualities of tea rituals. In a fast-paced, technology-driven world, the simple act of brewing and savoring a cup of tea offers a moment of mindfulness and connection to the present. This trend has seen a revival of traditional practices like the Japanese tea ceremony and an increased interest in herbal teas and infusions, which are celebrated for their holistic health benefits. As we look to the future, it is clear that tea will continue to evolve and adapt, just as it has done for centuries. Whether it is enjoyed as a quick morning pick-me-up, a leisurely afternoon ritual, or a carefully curated tasting experience, tea remains a dynamic and versatile element of Western culture. Its ability to adapt to changing tastes, lifestyles, and social contexts ensures that tea will remain a beloved and enduring part of our lives for generations to come. In this chapter, we have traced the evolution of tea cultures in the West, from its introduction as an exotic luxury to its establishment as a cultural institution. We have seen how tea has adapted to the changing needs and desires of Western society, becoming a symbol of refinement, rebellion, and wellness. As we continue our exploration of tea, we will delve into the modern trends and innovations that are shaping the future of tea culture, and how this ancient drink continues to inspire and connect people around the world. Chapter 6: Modern Tea Culture, Trends and Innovations. In the hustle and bustle of the modern world, where technology often dominates our daily lives, tea remains a steadfast companion, offering solace and a moment of tranquility amidst the chaos. Yet, while the essence of tea as a comforting and revitalizing beverage has endured, the way we experience tea has undergone significant transformations in recent years. Modern tea culture is a vibrant and dynamic landscape, shaped by global influences, evolving consumer preferences, and innovative trends that reflect the diverse ways in which people engage with tea today. In this chapter, we will explore the contemporary tea scene, delving into the trends and innovations that are redefining how we enjoy this ancient drink. One of the most notable developments in modern tea culture is the rise of specialty tea. Just as the coffee industry has seen a shift towards artisanal and craft products, so too has the tea industry. Today's consumers are increasingly discerning, seeking out high-quality, single-origin teas that offer unique flavor profiles and a deeper connection to the terroir, the specific environmental conditions where the tea is grown. This trend has led to a resurgence of interest in loose-leaf teas, which are often prized for their superior quality and the ability to observe the tea leaves unfurl during brewing, a process that enhances the sensory experience. Specialty tea shops and boutiques have sprung up in cities around the world, offering curated selections of rare and premium teas sourced directly from tea estates in regions like Darjeeling, Yunnan, and Uji. These shops often emphasize the craftsmanship behind each tea, highlighting the traditional methods used in its production and the expertise of the tea masters who oversee its cultivation and processing. The emphasis on transparency and sustainability has also become a key aspect of this movement, with many tea lovers seeking out organic, fair trade, and ethically sourced teas that align with their values. Another significant trend in modern tea culture is the growing popularity of tea as a health and wellness product. In an era where wellness has become a major focus for many people, tea is increasingly recognized for its potential health benefits, from its antioxidant properties to its calming effects. Matcha, a finely ground green tea powder with roots in Japanese tea ceremonies, has become a global phenomenon, celebrated for its high concentration of antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. Matcha's vibrant green hue and umami-rich flavor have made it a staple in health-conscious circles, with matcha lattes, smoothies, and even desserts becoming popular menu items in cafes and restaurants. Herbal teas and tisanes, which are infusions made from herbs, flowers, fruits, and spices rather than tea leaves, have also seen a surge in popularity. These caffeine-free beverages are often marketed for their specific health benefits: chamomile for relaxation, peppermint for digestion, and rooibos for its antioxidant properties. The rise of functional beverages, which are designed to offer specific health benefits, has further fueled interest in herbal teas, with blends formulated to promote sleep, boost immunity, or support detoxification. The concept of tea mindfulness has also emerged as a modern iteration of ancient tea rituals. In a fast-paced world, the act of brewing and drinking tea has been reimagined as a form of meditation, a way to slow down, focus on the present moment, and engage the senses. This approach to tea drinking is inspired by the traditional tea ceremonies of Japan and China, where the preparation and consumption of tea are seen as practices that foster mindfulness, balance, and harmony. Today, many people incorporate tea mindfulness into their daily routines, using the ritual of tea as a tool for stress relief, mental clarity, and emotional well-being. In addition to these wellness trends, tea has also become a canvas for culinary creativity. Tea sommeliers and chefs are experimenting with tea in ways that go beyond the traditional cup, incorporating it into gourmet dishes, cocktails, and even desserts. Tea-infused cocktails, for example, have become a staple in the mixology scene, where the complex flavors of different teas, ranging from the floral notes of jasmine to the smoky depth of lapsang souchong, are poured with spirits to create innovative and refreshing drinks. Culinary uses of tea extend to savory dishes as well, with chefs using tea as a marinade, a poaching liquid, or even a spice rub, adding layers of flavor and depth to their creations. The intersection of tea and technology has also given rise to new ways of experiencing tea. Tea subscription services, for example, have gained popularity, offering curated boxes of teas delivered to subscribers' doorsteps on a regular basis. These services often include detailed tasting notes, brewing instructions, and information about the origins of the teas, allowing tea enthusiasts to explore a wide variety of teas from the comfort of their homes. Additionally, the use of social media and online communities has created a global network of tea lovers who share their experiences, recommendations, and knowledge, further fostering a sense of connection and discovery within the tea community. Tea's adaptability and versatility have also made it a key player in the sustainability movement. As consumers become more conscious of the environmental impact of their choices, the demand for sustainable tea products has grown. This has led to the development of eco-friendly packaging, such as biodegradable tea bags and recyclable tins, as well as a focus on supporting sustainable farming practices that protect both the environment and the livelihoods of tea farmers. Some tea companies are also investing in regenerative agriculture, which goes beyond sustainability by actively improving soil health, biodiversity, and water systems, ensuring that tea cultivation can continue to thrive in harmony with the planet. Moreover, the rise of cold brew tea and ready-to-drink tea beverages reflects the growing trend towards convenience and on-the-go consumption. Cold brew tea, made by steeping tea leaves in cold water over an extended period, has gained popularity for its smooth, less astringent flavor profile and its refreshing qualities. This method of tea preparation has led to the creation of a wide range of bottled cold brew teas available in grocery stores and cafes, catering to consumers who seek the health benefits of tea in a portable format. Similarly, ready-to-drink teas, often marketed as healthier alternatives to sugary sodas and energy drinks, have become a booming industry, offering a variety of flavors and functional benefits. As tea continues to evolve in the modern era, it is clear that this ancient beverage remains as relevant and beloved as ever. The trends and innovations we see today reflect a broader cultural shift towards health, sustainability, and mindful living, values that are deeply embedded in the tradition of tea. Whether through the meticulous preparation of a single origin oolong, the creative fusion of tea in a cocktail, or the simple pleasure of a well-brewed cup enjoyed in solitude, tea continues to offer us a connection to the past, a moment of pause in the present, and a sense of possibility for the future. In this chapter, we have explored the ways in which modern tea culture is being shaped by contemporary trends and innovations. From the rise of specialty teas and the wellness movement to the creative use of tea in culinary arts and the integration of technology into the tea experience, it is evident that tea is not just a beverage but a living, evolving tradition. As we move forward, we will consider how these modern developments are influencing the future of tea culture and how tea, in all its forms, will continue to inspire and connect people around the world. Chapter 7: Tea and Hospitality, the Universal Language of Welcome. Tea has always been more than just a beverage. It is a symbol of hospitality, a gesture of kindness, and a universal language of welcome that transcends cultural boundaries. Across the world, offering a cup of tea to a guest is an act of generosity, a way to open doors, build connections, and create a sense of belonging. This chapter delves into the deep-rooted relationship between tea and hospitality, exploring how different cultures use tea as a medium to express warmth, respect, and community. In many cultures, the ritual of offering tea to a guest is steeped in tradition and carries with it a deep sense of reverence. In the Middle East and North Africa, for instance, tea is an essential part of hospitality. Moroccan mint tea, known as atay, is perhaps the most iconic example. Prepared with green tea, fresh mint leaves, and generous amounts of sugar, Moroccan mint tea is served in small, ornate glasses. The ritual of serving tea is an art in itself, with the tea poured from a height to create a frothy crown on the surface. This act is not merely about quenching thirst, it is a symbol of friendship and hospitality, and the offering of tea is often accompanied by the phrase Bismillah, meaning in the name of God, to bless the encounter. The tea is served 3 times, with each glass representing a different aspect of life, love, friendship, and peace. To refuse any of these offerings is considered impolite, as it signifies a rejection of the host's hospitality and the bond being formed. In Japan, the Chanoyu or tea ceremony is another powerful example of how tea is intertwined with hospitality. Rooted in Zen Buddhist philosophy, the Japanese tea ceremony is a meticulously choreographed ritual that emphasizes harmony, respect, purity, and tranquility. The host prepares and serves matcha, a powdered green tea, to the guest with great care and attention to detail, ensuring that every movement is deliberate and graceful. The ceremony is held in a serene environment, often in a simple tea room or garden. designed to foster a sense of calm and mindfulness. The guest is invited to share in this moment of peace, creating a deep connection between host and guest that goes beyond words. In Japan, the tea ceremony is not just about drinking tea, it is a spiritual experience that honors the presence of the guest and the beauty of the moment. In India, tea is an integral part of daily life and hospitality, especially in the form of chai, a spiced tea brewed with black tea leaves, milk, sugar, and a blend of spices such as cardamom, cinnamon, and ginger. Chai is served everywhere, from bustling city streets to quiet rural villages, and offering a cup of chai to a guest is a common way to show hospitality. In Indian households, the preparation of chai is often accompanied by lively conversation, and the act of sharing tea becomes a way to strengthen social bonds. Chaiwalas, or street vendors who specialize in making and selling chai, are a ubiquitous presence in India, serving up steaming cups of this beloved beverage to people from all walks of life. The chaiwala is not just a tea seller, he is a community figure, a storyteller, and a facilitator of social interaction. In Britain, the tradition of afternoon tea has long been associated with hospitality and social grace. Afternoon tea, which typically includes a pot of tea served alongside delicate sandwiches, scones with clotted cream and jam, and an assortment of pastries, was originally a way for the upper classes to stave off hunger between lunch and dinner. Over time, it evolved into a social event, a time for friends to gather, converse, and enjoy each other's company. Today, afternoon tea remains a cherished ritual, not only in Britain but in many parts of the world, where it is seen as a symbol of refinement and civility. Hotels and tea rooms that offer afternoon tea often create an atmosphere of elegance and nostalgia, inviting guests to slow down and savor the experience. The ritual of afternoon tea is a celebration of hospitality, a way to make guests feel valued and cherished. In Russia, tea has a central role in hospitality, with the samovar, a large, ornate vessel used to boil water and brew tea, serving as the focal point of tea gatherings. Russian tea is typically strong and is often served with sugar, lemon, and a variety of sweet preserves or jams. The samovar, which is often beautifully decorated, is a symbol of warmth and welcome, representing the hearth and home. Tea in Russia is not just a drink, it is a social ritual that brings people together, whether for a casual chat or a formal occasion. The sharing of tea around the samovar is a way to foster community, build relationships, and create a sense of belonging. It is said that a guest is never allowed to leave a Russian home without being offered tea, a tradition that underscores the importance of hospitality in Russian culture. In Turkey, tea, or ay, is the drink of choice for social gatherings, and it plays a vital role in Turkish hospitality. Served in small, tulip-shaped glasses, Turkish tea is a strong, black tea that is typically enjoyed without milk but with sugar to taste. Offering tea is a common way to welcome guests, whether in homes, shops, or even offices. In Turkish culture, the act of offering tea is a gesture of goodwill and friendship, and it is often accompanied by lively conversation. Tea houses, or basisi, are popular social spaces where people come together to drink tea, play games, and discuss the events of the day. In Turkey, the serving of tea is a way to create a sense of community and to show that the guest is valued and respected. Even in cultures where tea is not a traditional beverage, it has become a symbol of hospitality and warmth. In the United States, for example, iced tea is a popular drink, especially in the southern states, where it is often served sweetened. Offering a guest a glass of iced tea is a gesture of hospitality, a way to make them feel at home. In many American households, tea is also served hot, often accompanied by cookies or other treats, as a way to create a welcoming atmosphere. The simplicity of offering tea, whether hot or cold, is a way to show care and consideration for others, a small act that can make a big difference in how a guest feels. In the globalized world we live in today, tea continues to be a universal language of welcome. Whether you are in a bustling city or a remote village, being offered a cup of tea is a sign that you are being welcomed with open arms. It is a gesture that says, "You are important to me, and I value your presence." Tea transcends cultural differences, bringing people together across boundaries of language, race, and nationality. It is a bridge between strangers, a way to turn an acquaintance into a friend, and a means of showing respect and appreciation. The beauty of tea lies in its simplicity. It requires little more than hot water and leaves, yet it has the power to transform a moment, to create a connection, and to convey feelings that words alone cannot express. In a world that can sometimes feel disconnected and rushed, the ritual of sharing tea offers a moment of pause, a chance to slow down and appreciate the presence of others. It is a reminder that hospitality is not just about the physical act of serving food or drink, but about the emotional and spiritual connection that is created when we open our hearts to others. As we conclude this chapter, it is clear that tea and hospitality are inextricably linked. Across the world, the act of offering tea is a universal expression of warmth, kindness, and generosity. Whether it is a formal tea ceremony or a simple cup shared between friends, tea has the power to bring people together, to create a sense of community, and to make us feel at home, no matter where we are. As we continue our exploration of tea culture, we will see how this timeless tradition of hospitality continues to evolve, adapting to the changing needs of modern society while retaining its core values of respect, connection, and welcome. Chapter 8: The Future of Tea, Sustaining a Global Legacy. As we stand at the crossroads of tradition and innovation, the future of tea presents both challenges and opportunities. Tea, one of the world's oldest and most cherished beverages, has a legacy that spans thousands of years, touching nearly every corner of the globe. Its enduring appeal lies not only in its rich flavors and soothing qualities but also in the deep cultural significance that has been cultivated over centuries. However, as the world changes, shaped by globalization, climate change, shifting consumer preferences, and technological advancements, so too must the world of tea adapt. In this chapter, we will explore the future of tea, examining the key trends, challenges, and innovations that will shape the next chapter in its long and storied history. One of the most pressing issues facing the future of tea is climate change. Tea plants are highly sensitive to environmental conditions, and the effects of global warming are already being felt in many of the world's key tea-growing regions. Rising temperatures, unpredictable rainfall patterns, and extreme weather events are impacting tea yields and quality, threatening the livelihoods of millions of smallholder farmers who depend on tea for their income. In regions like Assam in India, where tea is a vital part of the economy, erratic weather has led to fluctuations in production, while in Kenya, one of the largest producers of tea in the world, droughts have resulted in significant crop losses. The impact of climate change on tea production is a challenge that the industry cannot afford to ignore. To sustain tea's global legacy, there is an urgent need for adaptation and innovation in tea cultivation practices. This includes developing more resilient tea cultivars that can withstand changing environmental conditions, investing in sustainable farming techniques that conserve water and soil, and promoting agroforestry practices that enhance biodiversity and reduce carbon emissions. Some tea estates are already leading the way, implementing regenerative agriculture practices that go beyond sustainability by restoring the health of ecosystems and improving the resilience of tea gardens. In addition to environmental challenges, the tea industry must also navigate the complexities of globalization. As tea becomes increasingly popular in new markets, there is both an opportunity and a responsibility to ensure that the expansion of tea culture is done in a way that is ethical and sustainable. The demand for specialty teas, organic products, and ethically sourced ingredients has grown significantly in recent years, driven by consumers who are more informed and conscientious about the origins of their food and drink. This trend has led to greater transparency in the supply chain, with tea companies and consumers alike demanding fair trade practices, equitable wages for tea workers, and the elimination of exploitative labor practices. However, ensuring that these ethical standards are met requires ongoing effort and vigilance. The global tea industry is complex and often involves multiple intermediaries between the tea garden and the consumer. As such, it is essential for stakeholders across the supply chain, from farmers to distributors to retailers, to collaborate in creating a more equitable and sustainable tea industry. This includes investing in fair trade certifications, supporting smallholder farmers through education and resources, and ensuring that the benefits of the tea trade are shared more equitably among all those involved. Innovation will also play a crucial role in shaping the future of tea. As consumer preferences evolve, so too must the tea industry. The rise of wellness culture, for example, has fueled interest in teas that offer specific health benefits, leading to the development of functional teas that are formulated with ingredients like adaptogens, probiotics, and superfoods. These teas are marketed not just as beverages, but as tools for achieving specific wellness goals, such as boosting immunity, enhancing focus, or promoting relaxation. This trend towards functional beverages reflects a broader shift in consumer behavior, where food and drink are increasingly seen as integral to maintaining health and well-being. Technology is another area where innovation is driving change in the tea industry. Advances in agricultural technology, such as precision farming and data analytics, are helping tea growers optimize their yields and improve the quality of their crops. At the same time, the rise of e-commerce and digital platforms has transformed the way tea is marketed and sold, making it easier for consumers to access a wide variety of teas from around the world. Online tea communities and social media platforms have also created new opportunities for tea education and engagement, allowing consumers to learn about different teas, brewing techniques, and the cultural significance of tea in real time. The growing popularity of cold brew tea and ready-to-drink (RTD) tea beverages is another trend that is likely to shape the future of tea. These convenient, on-the-go products appeal to busy consumers who are looking for healthy alternatives to sugary sodas and energy drinks. The RTD tea market has expanded rapidly in recent years, with a wide range of flavors and formulations catering to different tastes and dietary preferences. This trend is particularly evident in the rise of kombucha, a fermented tea that is praised for its probiotic content and refreshing taste. As consumers continue to seek out beverages that are both convenient and health-conscious, the demand for innovative tea products is expected to grow. Sustainability will be a key factor in the future success of these innovations. As the tea industry evolves, it must do so in a way that is mindful of its environmental impact. This includes reducing waste, minimizing the carbon footprint of tea production and distribution, and embracing eco-friendly packaging solutions. Some companies are already taking steps in this direction, introducing biodegradable tea bags, recyclable packaging, and carbon-neutral shipping practices. These efforts not only appeal to environmentally conscious consumers but also contribute to the long-term viability of the tea industry as a whole. The future of tea also lies in its ability to connect people across cultures and generations. Tea has always been a social beverage, bringing people together in shared moments of hospitality, conversation, and reflection. As the world becomes more interconnected, tea has the potential to serve as a bridge between cultures, fostering understanding and appreciation for the diverse ways in which tea is enjoyed around the world. Tea festivals, cultural exchange programs, and international tea competitions are just a few examples of how tea is being used to build global connections and celebrate the rich heritage of tea culture. Education will be a vital component of this cultural exchange. As interest in tea continues to grow, there is a need for greater awareness and understanding of the history, production, and cultural significance of tea. Tea education programs, both online and in person, can play a key role in this, offering consumers and industry professionals alike the opportunity to deepen their knowledge and appreciation of tea. By fostering a deeper understanding of tea's origins and traditions, we can ensure that the next generation of tea drinkers carries forward the legacy of this ancient beverage with respect and care. In conclusion, the future of tea is one of both challenge and promise. As we navigate the complexities of a changing world, the tea industry must embrace innovation, sustainability, and cultural exchange to ensure that tea continues to thrive for generations to come. By addressing the challenges of climate change, promoting ethical practices, and embracing new trends and technologies, we can sustain the global legacy of tea and preserve its place as a beloved and timeless beverage. As we reach the end of our exploration of tea culture, it is clear that tea is much more than just a drink. It is a living tradition that continues to evolve and inspire. Whether we are sipping a cup of matcha in a Japanese tea room, enjoying a glass of sweet tea on a southern porch, or sharing a pot of chai with friends in India, tea connects us to the past, to each other, and to the world around us. The future of tea is in our hands, and with mindful stewardship, we can ensure that this ancient legacy continues to flourish, bringing comfort, joy, and connection to people around the world. Conclusion: a cup of reflection. As we bring our journey through the world of tea to a close, it is time to pause, much like one might before savoring that final, contemplative sip from a well-brewed cup. Tea, in all its forms, has proven to be far more than just a beverage. It is a bridge between cultures, a testament to history, a beacon of hospitality, and a ritual that invites mindfulness and introspection. Throughout this book, we have explored the deep roots of tea, tracing its path from the ancient tea gardens of China to the bustling markets of India, the serene tea rooms of Japan, and the elegant parlors of Britain. Along the way, we have seen how tea has shaped, and been shaped by, the cultures it has touched, leaving an indelible mark on the world. Tea's journey is one of transformation, a story of how a simple leaf became a global phenomenon, interwoven with the fabric of human civilization. From its origins as a medicinal herb in ancient China to its role in the British Empire, from its spiritual significance in Japan to its place in the modern wellness movement, tea has evolved alongside humanity, adapting to new contexts and challenges while retaining its core essence. It is this ability to transform while remaining true to its roots that has allowed tea to endure and thrive across centuries and continents. One of the most striking aspects of tea is its universality. Despite the diversity of tea traditions around the world, there is a common thread that runs through them all, a shared understanding of tea as a medium for connection, reflection, and renewal. Whether it is the quiet contemplation of a Japanese tea ceremony, the spirited conversation over chai in an Indian bazaar, or the comfort of a warm cup of tea on a cold British afternoon. Tea has the power to bring people together, to create moments of peace in a chaotic world, and to offer solace in times of need. It is this universal appeal that has made tea a beloved companion to so many, across so many cultures and generations. As we look to the future, the story of tea is far from complete. The challenges of climate change, the demands of a global economy, and the ever-evolving tastes of consumers will continue to shape the world of tea. But these challenges also present opportunities to innovate, to create more sustainable and ethical practices, and to reimagine how tea can be experienced and enjoyed. The resurgence of interest in traditional tea practices, the growing appreciation for specialty teas, and the integration of tea into wellness and culinary arts are all signs that tea's legacy is alive and well, and that it will continue to inspire and connect people for generations to come. Tea's future, like its past, will be defined by its ability to adapt and evolve. But no matter how tea changes, it will always remain a symbol of hospitality, a tool for mindfulness, and a source of comfort and joy. As we continue to explore the possibilities of tea in the modern world, it is important to remember and honor the rich traditions that have brought us to where we are today. By understanding the history and cultural significance of tea, we can appreciate the depth and complexity of this simple yet profound drink. And we can carry forward the values that have made tea such an important part of human life, values of respect, connection, and care. In our fast-paced, technology-driven world, the ritual of tea offers a moment of pause, a chance to slow down and connect with ourselves and with others. It is a reminder that, despite all the changes and challenges we face, there is beauty and meaning to be found in the simple act of brewing and enjoying a cup of tea. Whether we are alone with our thoughts or sharing tea with friends and family, these moments are precious, and they ground us in the present, connecting us to the past and to each other. As you close this book and return to your own tea rituals, I hope that you carry with you a deeper appreciation for the art of tea, for the traditions that have shaped it, and for the many ways in which tea can enrich our lives. Tea is more than just a drink, it is a reflection of who we are and what we value, a small but significant part of our shared human experience. So, let us raise our cups in gratitude for the journey we have taken together, and for the many cups of tea still to come. In every sip, may you find comfort, inspiration, and a connection to the rich and enduring legacy of tea. As we look to the future of tea, let us do so with the same mindfulness, respect, and curiosity that has guided us through its past. For in tea, we find not only a drink but a way of life, a practice that reminds us to slow down, to savor the moment, and to cherish the connections we make along the way. May the lessons of tea guide us in our journey forward, and may the legacy of tea continue to thrive, bringing warmth, comfort, and joy to all who partake in its timeless ritual.